We're here at International Armoured Vehicles 2018 and I'm speaking with Miles Chambers, International Sales Manager, NIMR. Miles, we're standing beside a NIMR product that's in a European temperate camouflage pattern. That's reasonably unusual given the origins of the NIMR brand and the NIMR product. Could you talk us through the NIMR brand, the NIMR product, its legacy, and then perhaps move on to explaining why we're seeing a few more vehicles in this temperate camouflage pattern?
Sure. Well, thank you very much. And this is NIMR's second year as the lead sponsor, lead partner for IQPC at the International Armoured Vehicle Conference. So NIMR has, for a number of years, been the primary supplier of military vehicles to the UAE Armed Forces as a government company, a subsidiary of Emirates Defence Industries Company. And of course, for its initial years, NIMR has been very focused on the supply to the UAE Armed Forces. As the organization's grown and the platforms that we manufacture have seen international exposure, combat-proven experience, so NIMR has looked to expand into the international markets. We've analysed the markets and we've looked at where NIMR's vehicle platforms would be most suited. Of course, we see a huge number of procurement programs, particularly within Eastern Europe, as there's a pressure on EU member states and NATO member states to increase defence spending to 2% of GDP. And with that, NIMR has looked to target some of these opportunities. We realise as a non-EU member, this is of course a challenge with a number of the major entrenched OEMs. NIMR has looked to partner with local organizations. As we saw last year, NIMR established a strategic teaming agreement with VOP in the Czech Republic, and this would see NIMR's products being locally manufactured and produced either in the Czech Republic or other markets for opportunities that we're pursuing. So as you rightly say, the vehicle here in a more temperate camouflage pattern. Of course, NIMR's vehicle platforms have shown their excellence in the harsh desert environments, plus 55 degrees. And we have now gone through a process where we have done winterization conversions on the vehicles. We have looked at the full spectrum of NATO compliance to ensure that these vehicles also meet the stringent requirements for NATO and EU member states. So with these programs, we see an opportunity for our RIV, the Rapid Intervention Vehicle, for special operations requirements, perhaps in smaller quantities, as well as for a number of requirements for Land Rover replacements, LMV program replacements that we see in a number of these markets.
Are there any particular projects or programs that you're actively pursuing that you're happy to give us a few details about?
Yes, so NIMR has for some time, together with VOP, been pursuing a Land Rover replacement program in the Czech Republic. It's an ongoing program where we'd likely see the final stages of that materializing in 2019. So there's been several demonstrations by a number of suppliers, of which NIMR, together with VOP, are one participant. More recently, towards the middle of last year, we saw Slovakia announcing a program to acquire both 8x8 and 4x4 vehicles. NIMR participated in an industry day event in December last year, together with another 7 OEMs, which was for the user to get a broad experience and introduction to the platforms. And we will see NIMR progressing on that program into latter parts of 2018.
And moving away from Europe, there have been some recent reports in the media of NIMR participating in Asia with vehicles. Is there anything you can say about that?
Yeah, so when we started this expansion into international markets, the first look in the areas we were targeting was Eastern Europe. But similarly, we see that slowly in the Asian markets, a number of these countries are looking at upgrading and modernizing legacy fleets. A lot of them have got vehicles that are 20, 30 years old, and these defence forces are now faced with the reality that they have to replace these. So we have partnered with DefTech in Malaysia, where we will be looking at some of the requirements by the Malaysian Armed Forces, and with a partner in Thailand, FICO Technology, again to look at some of the potential programs that may come up. No programs have yet been formally announced in these markets, but NIMR is looking to position itself to at least have a local partner to support us when these programs do materialize.
And to conclude, could we perhaps return to the home market of NIMR, and could you give us an update on deliveries, orders and so on to UAE Armed Forces?
Of course, over the last years, NIMR has been delivering a substantial volume of vehicles to the UAE Armed Forces. We saw a record year in deliveries last year, and we'll continue with deliveries of existing programs to the UAE Armed Forces, as well as the support of existing platforms that are in service, and any specific requirements for new developments that may arise within the market.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
All right. Thanks very much, Shaun.